Rumpelstiltskin. Once there was a poor miller who had a beautiful daughter. A remarkable turn of events one day allowed the miller to meet the king. The miller used this opportunity to tell the king, who was a bachelor, all about his daughter Sophia. In his excitement to convince the king to meet his daughter, the man claimed she could spin ordinary straw into gold. Ooh, there's the straw. In truth, Sophia had no idea how to spin straw into gold, but the king asked her to come to the palace. He showed her to a room filled with straw and asked her to spin it all into gold the next day. Sophia began to cry. Then, from out of nowhere, a little man appeared. "Why are you crying?" he asked. The young woman explained. "I can spin the straw into gold for you," he said, "but you must give me your necklace in return for my favor." There's the little man. The miller's daughter agreed, and the tiny man set to work. Soon the young woman fell asleep. When she awoke, the room was filled with golden thread. The king was very pleased. "This is a most remarkable talent you have," he said. "If you can repeat what you have done by tomorrow, I will make you my queen." Convinced she would be found out this time, Sophia began to cry. Once again, the little man appeared. "I can help you out once again," he said. There's the straw spun into gold. The little man paused before saying, "This time, however, you must give me your firstborn child." Sophia's heart sank. How could she make such a promise? But in her desperation, she agreed. The odd little man set to work, and the young woman fell asleep. She awoke to find the straw spun into gold. When the king arrived, he was amazed, and he asked her to marry him. "On one condition," she said. "You must never ask me to spin straw into gold again." And all the straw into gold. The king agreed, and soon he and Sophia were wed. Though at first the new queen thought that her husband was a bit greedy, she soon found him to be a sweet and caring man, and a noble king. They grew to love each other very much. When their first child was born, the queen was so happy that she forgot all about her promise to the little man. Then he appeared. "Your Highness," said the little man, "I have come to claim what is mine. Your son belongs to me." "Surely you will not take my child," said the queen. "I was a fool to make such a promise. Now that I am queen, I can give you anything you desire." "I can see how much you care for your son," he said. "Therefore, I will give you a chance to keep him. If you can guess my name, I will forgive your promise. You have 2 days. With that, he was gone. There's the baby and Queen Sophia. And there's Rumpelstiltskin. Queen Sophia quickly ordered one of her porters to follow him. The porter watched the man as he traveled deep into the forest. He set up a camp, built a fire, and danced around it. Meanwhile, the queen compiled a list. She sent for her royal advisors and asked him for the most unusual names they could find. They scoured the countryside and reported their findings to the queen. The next day, the queen's porter returned to the castle. He had very little to report. The little man had danced around his fire all night long, but he had not spoken a word. Suddenly a voice stirred the queen. "Have you any guesses for me, your highness?" asked the little man. he had appeared from out of nowhere. "Indeed I do," she said. "Are you called Monty? Mal? Montevecchio? Orton? Opirus? Orenthal? Or perhaps you are Balthazar, Bitmillimont, or Buglahem?" The queen read every name from her list. "All of your guesses are wrong," said the little man. "You have one more day." The queen again asked her porter to stay with the little man. The porter found the little man in the same spot, deep in the forest. And just as he had the night before, the man began to dance around his fire. This time, however, he sang a little song as he danced. "The queen's heart will surely break, for tomorrow her child will take. But now we play a guessing game, and Rumpelstiltskin is my name." The queen's porter smiled triumphantly as he realized what he had just overheard. He hurried back to the kingdom. The next day, the little man arrived. Queen Sophia looked at the man and said, "Hello there, Rumpelstiltskin." "That is impossible!" cried the man. "How did you know?" Before hearing a reply, the man stomped on the floor with rage and fell right through, never to be heard from again. In the end, Queen Sophia, the king, and their little prince, and the miller all lived happily ever after. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.